If you want to grab our men's lifestyle supplement and male advantage ebook, all links are in the bio. But it's something that's really been hitting me lately, and I'm like, yeah, everybody says like you're done at 30. I've convinced a lot of men that you're not, and I'm 100% sure on that. And now I'm looking at 40 to 50, and I'm going, that could be the new best years of your life. Okay guys, welcome back to another video. In this video I want to talk about something that's been on my mind quite a lot lately. I'm 28, I'll be turning 29 end of August, and I don't care about my 30s. I don't see my 30s as being old, okay? It's a mindset that I've developed over the years, as you guys know, because I've produced a lot of videos on this. And I've always been really excited and optimistic about my 30s to 40s, okay? 30 to 40, 10-year gap, I think it's going to be unbelievable. I personally think the remainder of 28 into 30 is going to be fantastic. I think 30 to 40 is going to change the game. It's going to really situate me in the position that I need to be in all areas of life. But something I've really been getting into lately is like really embracing my 40s. Like I'm starting, the more that I chat with you guys, and there's a lot of older guys on the channel, which is really cool. You know, I think that generational thing where it's being fed down and encouraged to the younger guys and kind of reinforced, if you would, you know, my words being reinforced by the older guys, it's just great for the community, okay? So thank you to you older guys that are on the channel. We could do with a lot more of you. You know, it's fantastic to see, and it's really been changing my mind a lot more. Like, I'm really starting to embrace, like I said, being 40 years old. Like, 40 to 50 used to be considered done, okay? Like, 30 used to be considered done. Now, 30 to 40, I think, is widely accepted as being, like, the best years of a man's life, okay? I think it's not everybody that believes this, but I think it's widely accepted now by a vast majority of people that your 30s are probably the best years of your life. I think a lot of people are starting to adopt that idea. They're starting to embrace it. I think people are realizing that there's a lot less limitations than they previously thought. People are waiting a little bit longer to have kids now. People are waiting a lot longer to, you know, do certain things in life. It's not beyond the realms of possibility for somebody at 30 to take like a 2-year sabbatical and go and travel the world. Like, people are a lot more patient now. Our parents were like married with kids at 21, okay? The nature of the game is changing. I can feel the tides turning again. And I'm starting to see a lot of guys in their like 40s just killing it, especially in Hollywood, okay? But one interview that popped out to me the other day, Dan Bilzerian is recent. I watch so much male content, okay, to get all the information I can. It's like 2 hours a day. I watch videos, listen to podcasts. It really helps. There was a great one the other day. What was it? The Playboy guy, Andrew Tate. He did a podcast with a British guy, Scottish guy. I'll try and link it underneath this. One of the best interviews I've ever watched. Go and watch it, guys. Seriously, it's insane. I'll try and get Andrew on my podcast because we're like fucking twins, man. The shit that he was saying was identical to what I'm saying, but he's older than me. He's a little bit further down the journey. It'll be great to see like a kindred spirit. But the Dan Bilzerian interview that I watched, he was kind of talking about how he's 40 years old now, okay? And they were saying, are you going to like settle down anytime soon? And he was like, look, when I was young, I thought 40, yeah, I'll be settled down with kids, like a family, a house, whatever. He was like, I didn't expect to be obviously living the life that I'm living now. But he said to the interview, he was like, but things haven't really changed. He was like, I'm 40 years old, I'm enjoying life, I'm traveling around the world. He was like, I look way better than I did when I was in my 20s and 30s. He was like, I look healthy. Obviously, he's had stem cells, he's had TRT. Like, he's used his money wisely, okay, to like prop himself up. And whatever you think of the guy, like wherever his money came from, he has some level of wealth, okay? He might not have 200 million like it says on net worth, but he might have like 30, 40 million, which is still, you know, fucking, well, I say still, that's unbelievable money, okay? That's a fantastic pool of cash. And he was saying that like his life's still amazing, like it hasn't changed. He's 40 years old, he's still sleeping with like 19-year-old women, 20-year-old women. They still want him, like he's still dating them, he's still enjoying their company. He's still traveling around the world. He was like, I'm not slowing down, I feel fantastic. Obviously the stem cells and the TRT is going to help, but it's something that's really been hitting me lately, and I'm like, yeah, everybody says like you're done at 30. I've convinced a lot of men that you're not, and I'm 100% sure on that. And now I'm looking at 40 to 50 and I'm going, that could be the new best years of your life. Like 30 to 50 is when a man takes over, okay? I've known that for years. I've said that for years. But I'm starting to think 40 to 50 might be better than 30 to 40. Especially if you've used your 30s as well. You've got to enjoy it too. Like I've always said, I will sacrifice my teens and 20s completely. I couldn't give a shit about them so that I can live like a king in my 30s, 40s and 50s, whatever. But I feel like if you then continue to work hard, like 5 days a week and take weekends off in your 30s, because that's kind of my plan, is like once I hit 30, I'm going to take a Saturday off or a Sunday off or whatever, start enjoying myself a little bit more, like bridge out a little bit more, buy some assets, etc. Like start doing that sort of shit once it's cemented and secured. But then like, if you did work again in your 30s, okay, and you really put in that groundwork from like, you know, or at least, like I said, just did 5 days a week and really committed to your work, whatever you're doing, at that point, probably in your 30s, you probably got a little bit more momentum. In your 9-to-5 job, you might be MD, you might be a top-level manager. It becomes easier, okay? You're not catching as much shit. You're going on all the trips. You're going out for lunch. You're going on meetings. Like, it's better, okay? It's not the same as it was when you first joined at 20 and everyone gave you shit and you had to do all the hard jobs. It's a lot easier at that point. You're not working your way up. If you've got your own business at that point, hopefully you've got some momentum going. Hopefully it's easier. Like I hope to be filming for the streaming platform, be on set, filming all these projects, whatever. That's not work, guys. That's the most fun of my life. Like that's something I want to give my life purpose to, okay? It's not work for me. I can enjoy that. Well, if I do that consistently until like I'm 40, imagine how good your 40s are going to be. Like that could be 10 times your net worth. That could be, you know, you could take a week off and it affects nothing because you've got all the staff in place. Like the whole business is being ran by itself, you know, that sort of thing. It could be at the point where you're able to make something like a £10 million fucking investment and it pays off and that, you know, you've got all those options and you're just like, wow, I'm going to be in one hell of a position at 40. Like, never mind 30 to 40, 40 to 50 is going to be insane. And then I intend to stay in shape throughout my 30s, like better shape than I am now. I think I probably will, okay? I don't know how guys get to 40 and they look worse. I think like 29 to 40, I've said to you guys before, is 11 years, you know, 10 point something, obviously, if you want to go day, like hour to hour, but basically 11 years. And guys at 29, oh, you're in the prime of your life. At 40, yeah, I'm 40, I've got an excuse to be fat and out of shape. No, you don't. That's 11 years, that's nothing. Sort your shit out, okay? You should be in better shape at 40 than you are at 29. And then if I would like to get on TRT at 40 just to maintain some stem cells, whatever, guys, you could be like 40 years old till 50 years old looking like the biggest stud in the fucking world. Like these Hollywood actors, okay, if you put the work in. It's probably till like 55 or whatever before. I think for me it's like 55, 56 when I start seeing guys really slow down, okay, for the first time, but they still look good. They end up doing the whole silver fox thing if they take good care of themselves. But like I said, 40 to 50, that's a massive chunk, okay? Well, you're going to be in shape. You're going to have more money than ever. Like peak earning years for men, this is just top of the dome. I think it's like 48. So like it doesn't mean you're earning nothing and then peak and then nothing, okay? Like I'm saying, it goes up and up and up until 48, and then most guys kind of like relax, they go part-time, they might retire, they might not work as hard anymore, sell this off, whatever. But like peak earning years for the average guy is like 48 years old. So you know in your 40s, if you put the work in, you're going to be earning the most money of your life. If you stay in the gym, whatever, you're going to be looking young and healthy, in shape. Your muscle mass and bone mass peaks at like 30, so you're going to be naturally bigger. And then if you maintain that, you're going to be an absolute wall of a man. Okay, so you're going to be looking good. You can keep your body fat low. Anything around 12% at that age is effortless, I think, to maintain 12 to 14, which will make you look fucking amazing. And if you're like, let's say you're a 45-year-old guy with 14% body fat, large amount of muscle mass, loads of money in the bank and great assets, high testosterone, of course you're attracting like a 25-year-old woman, like a stunner. Like it's effortless to do. Of course she's going to jump on that ship. Like it's going to happen. You're going to have a great life. You're going to attract women. You're going to have money in the bank. And the more I look at a lot of these guys now that are in their 40s who have actually put the work in, they're killing it. Their life's amazing. Like, in as much as like my 30s are just around the corner, but like, here's the thing, I don't want to put too much pressure and be like, at my 30s, I want to be killing it in life. I want to be hit. Like, by knowing that my 40s are going to be great too, like, it gives me an unrelenting amount of patience. Like, it gives me such an advantage because I could be 35 years old and it's the first day of streaming of the streaming platform. The first day of filming of the streaming platform. I don't think it will be. I believe it's going to be first day of filming when I turn like late 29, 30 years old, maybe early 30. But it could be like 35, 36 years old, first day I film it. It is what it is, okay? You know in your 40s you're going to be killing it anyway. It's like, it just gives me an unrelenting amount of patience. And it puts it in a scenario where I'm always going to succeed. I'm always going to be out in front because I'm always planning for the next route. And when people say, and there's a lot of younger guys and younger women, because they don't understand this shit yet, okay? They don't understand this game yet. And they'll say things like, yeah, but Chris, by 40, I'm going to be finished. Like, I'm not attracting any women by then. I'm going to be ugly. Nobody's going to want me. My kids are going to be, when they're 18, I'm going to be 58 years old. I want to be able to play with them and have energy. This whole energy debate, it drives me insane. Like, you will not... Look, at 60 years old, I will have more energy than most 18-year-olds. It's how you live. It's like the average guy's testosterone levels start to drop after 30, according to studies. It's not true, okay? It's according to studies because that's what happens, but it's because most guys live like shit. Like, most guys' testosterone levels are dropping from the moment they're fucking 25 years old. But in these studies, they see a clear drop-off at 30. Because these guys have lived like shit for like 12 years, they're drinking alcohol, their metabolism can't keep up with it anymore. It's just a relentless amount of like poor negative living, it's affecting them. You know, guys grow a beer belly at like 30 years old. They just don't look in shape. Like I saw on TikTok the other day, it was like a gorilla falling out of a tree with a big belly. And you've probably all seen the video. And it was like guys in their 30s who think they still look good aesthetically. And I was like, but they do. A lot do. Like there's like Mike Thurston, for example, is in his 30s. Okay, the guy's like 31 years old. Probably the best body in the world right now. Okay. And you go, well... like, hang on, like, why do people have this mentality? Like Hugh Jackman's body transformation, he was deep in his 30s, 40s, if not 50s by the last one, but his best one was like late 30s, early 40s. You got Chris Hemsworth, 37 right now, looking like an absolute stud. Michael B. Jordan, body transformation at 32, he's now like 34 years old. I imagine it's going to be a Creed 3, he's probably going to look even better for that one. Like, I don't understand where this mentality comes from, but a lot of young people think you're finished at these later ages. And that for the people who are like 30s finished, and I'm telling you now, 40, I'm more excited for 40 to 50 than 30 to 40. They're probably like, Chris, you're insane, you're nuts. But like I said in a previous video, these things unravel. As you get older, they unravel, and you've got two choices, okay? This is very important, okay? This is the bit that you should probably write down or something, or snip, or re-listen to. You've got two choices, okay? If you get to like 30 years old, then 40 years old, then 50 years old, and you come to the same realization that I have, but you haven't been doing anything about it, well, then you get this sudden realization, and what follows it is regret. Okay, you've got no other choice. Like, you're going to go, shit, Chris was right. I feel really young at 30. Fuck, I've just wasted 10 years. It won't be the same at 40. You get to 40. Fuck, I feel really young. I look good. I've stayed, you know. Damn it. Like, he was right. There's my mate over there looks fantastic. He's 40 years old. He looks unbelievable. Chris was right. Fuck, I've got more regret. I've wasted all that time. 20 years where I thought I was finished, when actually things got better. If I had worked, they would have been 10x on where I am now, 100x, whatever. The other choice is you've put the work in, you get there, and you go, wow, yeah, I'm at the top. This feels fucking fantastic. Like, it's a choice that doesn't happen in the moment, and that's the problem. You kind of... Regret always comes from things that are delayed. Like, when there's a delayed cause and effect, regret is established, okay? Like, if I said to you right now, you're going to make a decision today, in 10 years' time, we're going to just see if that decision was a good idea. It's a tough one to take, because in the moment, you might have one idea, you might think one way, and the progression bias is holding you back. 10 years' time, you get to that point and you go, shit, I remember that video where Chris said everything unravels and it starts to make sense and it unfolds. Don't let that pass you by, guys, okay? If you're like 20 years old today and you're going 40 to 50, I'll be dead by then. That's too... Believe me, I'm 28. I'm starting to see the signs of this. I'm starting to go, oh, fuck. Like, I look 10 times better at 28 than I did at 26. That's not normal, okay? That's not what everyone's told me. Everyone's told me by 30 I should be finished. Actually, I'm coming into my male advantage. You guys are seeing it in the flesh. My body transformation, the increase in like types of videos or whatever, like how much smarter I'm getting with what I'm doing, like I guess my overall appearance, whatever, like when I get that SMP thing in like September or whatever, and I start dressing better in like January, because I've got it like all mapped out. It's like a summer of fitness, it's a winter of, apart from the SMP because it's free, he's got a spot, so I put it in, but it's like a summer of fitness. I dedicated big time to it. It's going to be a winter of working so hard on the business, releasing all the products, and then from like January to like March, April, I'm really going to focus on like appearance, like clothes, maybe a couple of assets, like really boost my life up a little bit more. And I've kind of like mapped it out in that sense, okay? It's where I'm going to put my dedication. You guys are then going to see it and be like, fuck, this motherfucker's like 30 in 6 months. I remember watching his videos when he was 26. That guy looked like a bum. Or 27. That guy looked like a bum. Look at him now. You know, look at the levels he's got to. Look how much he's risen up. You're going to see that. And I'm seeing it every single day. I like, regardless of what people say to me, regardless of what people say in the comments, regardless of what the media says or what the widespread opinion of being 30 or 40 years, I'm not seeing that. I'm seeing a completely different picture. Why? Because everybody else is out drinking. I'm not. England are playing tonight in the quarterfinals. I'm not drinking. I watched a game. Yeah, it's Saturday. I'll watch the game. I'll sit down, watch it with friends. I'm not drinking. I'll get an early night tonight. And then in the gym tomorrow morning with my friend doing heavy fucking lifts. This is the difference. That gap just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And that's why I'm excited about 40, because I just don't see a world where it goes downhill from there. People say, 40, you're done. I've always had that theory, guys. You're only as old as your net worth, or you're only as old as your momentum. You're only as old as your accomplishments, okay? Like, if you get to 30 and you're broke and you've done nothing, you've wasted all that time, yeah, 30 feels old, because you're going, fuck, what have I done with my life? If you turn 30 and you're a multi-millionaire, you've got massive accomplishments in place, you're ready for the next phase where you're like, okay, I've got bigger plans for my business, or I want these investments, I'm going to go and buy that holiday home, I'm going to meet a woman, I'm going to take... You're going to be optimistic. You're going to be like, 30's young, I feel fantastic, I'm only getting better. That mindset comes from bums, okay? People who haven't done anything. And if you are in that mindset right now, if you're 30 and you're watching this video and you're going, I've gone nowhere, I've done nothing with my life, it's kind of stagnant, okay? But just embrace what you've done before. Yeah, I fucked up, it is what it is. But then embrace that 40 to 50 is going to be great as well. You've still got 10 years of your 40s to go, of your 30s to go. You know, life just, you've got to improve. You've got to put that work in at some point, okay? It doesn't matter when it is, but you've got to put it in. But being one of those guys that's like, my best years of my life, 18 to 25, after that, you're fucked, you're finished. You better find a woman before that. Don't listen to those guys. They're bums, okay? They fucked up multiple times. Like, they don't look like me and you. They don't work like me and you. Think like me and you. They don't move like me and you. Like, they're just sloppy bums, okay? They come from a different line of genetics. I swear to God, there's a new breed of humans, and we're just fucking sharper. Like, I don't know whether it's reincarnation or what. We've been on the planet 6 or 7 times before, and we just learnt the game, and this is their first time around the merry-go-round. I don't know, guys. But some people have something inside of them which elevates them to a new level. They don't want one woman sat in front of the TV watching that Danny Dyer thing, wanking off to pop idols on a Saturday night. That's funny, that. If you haven't seen it on TikTok or whatever, it's really funny. I remember that from the film. I think it was Football Factory it's from. Really good film. And some guys don't have that in them. Like me, I don't want one woman. I want multiple women. I see nothing wrong with some level of like a modern day hippie commune where I've got like 6 women living with me and they're all beautiful, and I just, you know, I have different types and I enjoy them all at the same time. Oh, that's terrible. How can you do it? I see no problem with it. If they see no problem, I don't see a problem with surrounding myself with beautiful women. I don't see a problem with dating a different woman every single week. I don't see a problem with owning 7 homes. I don't see a problem with getting on a private jet on a Tuesday morning, flying to Paris with a girl I've literally just met, dropping 20, 30k on, you know, a shopping trip, smashing her, and then being like, right, I don't know, I just kind of bored, I'll never see you again. Some guys are built different, okay? And that doesn't make me a bad person. I will constantly promote that to you guys. If you're a family guy or you like the shit that I like, it doesn't matter. It's like, it's what's in here. It's what motivates you, okay? And some guys are just built different. And I just don't see a life where I'm 40 years old and I've got nothing or nothing to show for it, or I'm out of shape, or I'm some fat, old, bald guy trying to, you know, who's on like Plenty of Fish or whatever the version of it is then, trying to find, I just need someone to cuddle, who's like paying for sex or whatever. I don't see a version of that. I just think the work that I'm putting in right now, it's almost impossible that it's going to culminate to that point. Now, if you're an 18-year-old guy who's not working on himself, going out drinking every weekend, yeah, maybe the marriage route is more opportunistic for you. Maybe you need to like kind of lock a woman off because you've got no ambition, you're not going anywhere. But for the guys that really want to get stuck in life and really accomplish something worth fucking doing, I think 40 to 50 is going to be better than 30 to 40. I'm getting so optimistic about it. And I'm seeing guys like Dan Bilzerian who's going, this is way better than it was before. I thought it was going to be terrible. This is even better. My life's gone up to this level now. You know, and he's like, this is going to be great. I can't wait for what the future holds, you know. And yeah, he might be a bad example because of all the shit that's just happened, but that was his interview. But there's other guys that are like 40 years old and their lives have got better. They might look a little bit older in the face, whatever. If you've got enough money to go and get stem cells and hormonal treatment, there's so much you can do now, guys, okay? If you've got 2 hours free per day for the gym and you've got a chef cooking your best foods, you've got a cleaner and a PA and you're not stressed and rushed off your feet, you've got your own driver so you're not in traffic in the heat going, oh my God, everyone move, like beeping your horn. Life's easier. Okay, and that's why I look at 40 to 50 and think I'm so optimistic about where it's going to go. I'm going to end the video, guys. My throat's going to croak out in a minute. It's absolutely burning, but I hope that helped, guys, and I'll speak to you all soon. If you want to grab our men's lifestyle supplement and male advantage ebook, all links are in the bio.